Hey, welcome back to Skee TV for another video game review. It's the holiday season almost, fourth quarter, which means the biggest games of the year are out right now. You've seen our reviews of everything from NBA 2K13, Assassin's Creed 3, Halo 4, and now the biggest video game franchise in the world. We got our hands on it a little early, so we can't necessarily show you a bunch of video, but we can talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 2. You can see we have it.
Skee TV.
First up, unboxing. So this is just the standard edition. You get the regular disc. You also get the Nuketown 2025 map since we had a pre-order version. Promotion for Season Pass. And a super simple manual. So not much to see here. You guys know what game disc looks like and stuff. But so you can see we've had it and we've been going crazy with it. Now, I'm a huge Call of Duty fan. It's probably my favorite game. Probably the game I spend the most time playing. I'm a bigger Modern Warfare fan in the Call of Duty series. I was never that into Black Ops out of all of them. I thought it was kind of a weak point, looked a little cartoony, just wasn't on the same level. And to tell you the truth, you know, again, if you look at my other reviews, I keep talking about how I'm kind of bored with this generation of consoles. I'm ready for the next thing, you know. Xbox is still printing on DVDs, and there's just not that much room to store stuff. And, you know, I think next year it's all going to be changed when new systems come out. But with a combination of all that being said and done, and especially because Call of Duty's already kind of eclipsed and it hit the mark, and especially with it coming out with a new game every year, it's almost turned into like a Madden. I really wasn't excited to get it this year at all. I mean, of course I'm going to do it just because it's Call of Duty, and I'm going to play it, and just because it's the newer version, but the last couple versions I was crazy psyched for, but I'm going to tell you, I'm pleasantly surprised. In fact, I think it might be the best Call of Duty to date. Early impressions. So, let's get right to it. So, as soon as I popped it in, you obviously see the stories. This is the storyline. It's a joint one, so it takes place back in the Cold War as well as in the not so distant future. It's 2025, so it's actually good for the story play. We played a little bit of the single player. It's all about multiplayer with me with Call of Duty, but we'll review a little of the single player first. So far, the game is really good. I mean, the story's great. Again, it's like watching a real movie there. One cool thing about this, it's not so linear like other games where, I mean, it still is, but there's different options. When you die, you're gonna get different stories. You have choices at a couple points where stories can go different ways. So it's not like you're watching a movie and kind of hitting a few buttons there. Although there are points where, you know, you're watching, even when you're watching him kill some enemies and it's all action. So you really are kind of just watching a movie, but overall definitely a step up and a cool feature. You know, you're gonna get a ton of time out of it. Single player mode isn't that long. If you like single player mode and you like Call of Duty ones, you'll have fun. Now, where the game really shines, what it's all about is multiplayer. So let's get right into it. As soon as you turn it on, there's a ton of new features and game modes, but you still feel very familiar with it, so you can hop right in. So one of the cool new features you instantly notice in the game is the new Pick 10 feature, which is basically your custom classes. Now, you know, in previous games you could choose one thing from perk 1, one thing from perk 2, one thing from perk 3, your lethal and your tactical weapons, your secondary. Well, in this game, you can open up things called wildcards that basically give you the ability to choose multiple perks. So definitely a cool new feature, and it gives you millions of ways literally to customize your weapons. Also, in purchasing the weapons now, there's tokens. So as I look around, I can upgrade to PDW 57, Vector KID, MSMC, whatever. And the guns are really good in this game. As soon as you get the game, you notice how smooth it really is. It was almost, you know, not that there was any problems with any of the other Call of Duties, but it's a very smooth game. It runs very well. It looks very clean. The graphics are amazing. Really fun to play. The one negative thing I found, it was almost like too easy to kill people, and you know, I found death to be a little bit quicker. That was just my initial thoughts. You know, they've really done an incredible job, and I was blown away. I literally didn't expect that much from this game, to tell you the truth. In terms of the maps and the new levels, they're just amazing. It's crazy because we're live in the ski lodge in Hollywood, California, and one of the maps is actually a house right in the Hollywood Hills. There's a bullet train in Los Angeles station, which is amazing because if you're out here in LA, You know, we don't have great public transportation at all, so out of everything in the game, I hope that becomes true in the future, because we need bullet trains to get to Vegas, to get to San Diego, to get to San Francisco, to get to Seattle, wherever it is. But it was cool to see kind of some of those maps. There's a lot more interaction with the environment. You'll see cool cars throughout different levels, or cool helicopters. You really want to fly them, but you can't. That's like the only negative thing about the maps, but they've done a great job. It's definitely new maps, definitely a new feel. Everything stepped up. It's not, I didn't really notice much recycled from previous games. They've really done a good job with this, which, again, I thought it'd be something more recycled. I mean, it's still similar to Call of Duty. There's not that much they needed to do, but overall, just an incredible thing. In terms of gameplay, there's some new modes. So when we go into core, there's a new thing called multi-team, where it's 3 teams with 3 players, each battle for map control and objectives, and a mosh pit of popular game modes, which is really cool. Mercenary mode. There's a lot of cool ways you can play the game. Some of the categories have been renamed. I'm glad they brought over Kill Confirmed from Modern Warfare 3, which was my personal favorite game mode, where you collect the enemy dog tags as well as your own and teammates, where you get points, which is super cool. But there's also some new combat training modes, party games, and the combat training we really didn't spend too much time to because we're Call of Duty veterans, but they say it's pretty cool for everybody. I mean, we just wanted to get right in and play the game when we got into it, so not too much on that. Now, let's talk about one last mode of the game, which is zombie mode. So in your main menu, you now have campaign, zombies, and multiplayer for your options. When you get to zombies now, it's not just you and one other person. It's full people on Xbox Live, tons of different game modes. It's really different. I thought, again, it would just kind of be, you know, an alternate map, alternate uniforms. It's a whole other game in and of itself. There's lots of more features. You can even do things where you turn into zombies if you get infected, in infected mode. There's different runs, different ways to play. You can play with a lot more people, or you can play solo. Very cool. I kind of got into it. You can either be like the CIA or, you know, the Department of Health, the CIC, and helping people out. Really cool features that I didn't expect. You know, I played the zombies mode. I thought they were fun, but it's very deep in this game. They've done an incredible job. So I'm gonna get back to it. We just wanted to give you guys our first early review here, since that's what we do on Skee TV. Sorry we couldn't put up more footage, but we didn't want to risk getting our stuff digging down. Now, in conclusion, on our first review of Call of Duty Black Ops 2, I was really blown away. I didn't have that high of expectations going into it. You know, I thought it was going to be more of a recycled game. I didn't like the first Black Ops that much. I was more of a Modern Warfare dude, but pleasantly blown away. Now, only time will tell if this stands up. As of right now, it's my favorite Call of Duty game. It's not too futuristic, but it is. You'll also see some surprise characters in the game from the Cold War. Zombies have really been improved. Like, it's a whole other game mode. They saw how popular it was, I think, in previous games, and made something really cool out of it. So now I gotta get back to it, get to playing. Tune to Skee TV for all the latest video game reviews. Make sure you have that Halo 4 soundtrack I did some of the music for, and go kill some zombies right now. Don't sleep, I'm telling you. It's dope. I'm blown away. Maybe because I had low expectations. It's sick though. Congrats to Activision. You're doing your thing. Let's go.